Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing tips for Saturday the 9th of September. Well, as you're well aware, we had a decent start today, on Friday, 7-1 winner. Unfortunately, I thought the second horse was given a terrible ride. Up until the 2 furlong marker, I thought she'd give it a cracking ride. She got to the, do we call it the inside? Or the near side? And I think she realised, I've got the best position. Then all of a sudden she was squeezed out. And I won't say she was last, but they're only like a few behind her. Couldn't quite get a run, was checked a couple of times. Not much room for the best part of it. I think it came 5th or 6th, paid first 4, should definitely have been in. I think it clear run would have come second minimum. So then the third runner was a bit of non-event really, 150 to 1, as expected. 1 pulled out at the start. 7 runners down to 2 places. It actually ran okay to a point, to halfway. Then it just stopped, which is kind of like the form it's shown so far. I thought it might have shown a bit extra to maybe sneak into a 3rd place, but not even close. Hourglass still to run. Fingers crossed for that one. I haven't worked out whether it'll be a profitable day if it wins or not, but I hope it is. So let me get into Saturday's bets. I haven't included the football bets yet. They will be in the description probably by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I haven't had time to look. So let's get into the horse racing. The horse racing, I fancy loads of horses. The problem is, I fancy at least a couple in every race. It's like I've been like pulling my hair out. So let me get into it. So the first bet, I've actually gone for a 5p each way lucky 63 twice. One of the bets I've taken the prices, and one of the bets I've left the prices apart from one. So let me get into it. So the first selection is Fortino, left the price. I'm not going to keep saying that. Fortino, 135 at Kempton. John Gosden won this race last year. He's got 2 in it. There's a lot of question marks over a lot of the horses because none of them have really proved themselves to be suited to all weather. I lost my words then, sorry. This horse hasn't ran for John Gosden this year, so why is it running now? After all, I know it's been I know it's a new recruit, but September, so we'll see about that one. But I think if this horse could lead, it may surprise quite a few of the others. And to be fair, I think it's only paying the first 2. The second selection is First View, 2 at Kempton, paying 5 places instead of 3. I believe this horse won this race last year. It's extremely competitive. This horse will be, and the races. However, occasionally it's campaigned on turf, and I think that's to get his handicap mark back down, ready for the all-weather. This horse loves the all-weather, not too bothered about the turf, and it's back on the all-weather. Ran a decent race at Kempton last time. Unfortunately, it's got a wide draw this time in 11, but I think it's got every chance. If it goes prominent in the first 4, but doesn't race too wide, I think it's got a great chance. The third selection is Reputation at 8-1 in the 350 at Thirsk, paying 5 places instead of 3. This horse won this race last year on soft ground. It handles any ground. It made it only its seasonal debut just a few days ago. I think it was in August. It's well handicapped. Don't get me wrong, it's 10 years old, but I do think it's got a cracking chance. And you will see something a bit later on that I'll explain a bit more about. So the fourth selection is Lookout Louis. At 4 at Haydock, paying 4 places instead of 3. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if this horse came 1st or 2nd in this race last year. I think it actually won it. And I think the fact that they're going for this race again, it tells me it's been aimed at it. 5th selection is Redemption Time. Left the price, 4.55 at Ascot, paying 4 places instead of 3. The trainer won this race last year, Clive Cox. I do think he's got quite a few interesting runners tomorrow. He's got 2 in this race. This horse was 33-1 in the Racing Post. It's only opened up 12s, which is like a bit stingy really. I thought it'd be at least 20s. That's one of the reasons why I've left the price. I do think it's got a decent chance. And finally, Harbour Vision, another race where I fancy a few in the race, and I'll explain why in a minute. Harbour Vision, 5.25 at Wolverhampton, paying 4 places instead of 3. There's the other half of the Well, that were a mistake. I haven't actually taken the prices. Oh dear. So I've got two bets. I've got 10 pence each way. Lucky 15. Lucky 63. Basically, I've taken the price of reputation. So a 20 pence each way. Lucky 15, and 50p each way singles on all of these. This is because they are big prices. So this is my very big price. Lucky 15. So the first selection is Dark Island at 33 to 1 in the 3 o'clock at Haydock, paying 5 places instead of 3. The trainer Heather Main won this race last year. She's got Mia Nichols taking a handy £7 off. And I think it's only racing off something like 7 stone £9. It flopped a couple of days ago on the all weather, but I can discount that. I hope it runs tomorrow because it only ran 2 days ago, but it was showing cracking form on the turf. So it's not a 33 to 1 chance, this isn't. Second selection is Anaf at 66 to 1 in the 5:35 at Haydock, paying 5 places instead of 3. Basically, I'm going for the fact that I do like Michael Appleby, prefer him on the all weather, but I do like this horse. I do think it's got a bit of a sneak. It ran behind Shaquille last time. Well, for me, there's too many question marks over probably the first, apart from the favourite. Well, there's question marks over the favourite. Will it break all right? But even if it doesn't, it probably still will win this race. Shaquille, that is. So I think the next 4 or 5 in the betting have all got question marks over them. And I think 66 to 1, paying 5 places, definitely got a chance. Third selection is Spirit of the Bay at 22 to 1 in the 4:20 at Ascot, paying 4 places instead of 3. To be fair, I can't remember. After all these horses, I can't remember why I fancy it, but I like the look of it. I think it's Clive Cox. The fourth selection is Dusky Lord at 22 to 1 in the 4:55 at Ascot, paying 4 places instead of 3. Right, this is one where I've gone for doubles, each way doubles and trebles. So as you can see, I've gone for 20 pence each way doubles and 15 pence each way trebles. The selections are, I've gone for 3 horses in the 3 o'clock at Haydock. I've gone for Dark Island at 33s. Yukon Glen, who was extremely unlucky in the E-Ball at 10 to 1, and Get Shirty, who wasn't extremely lucky in the E-Ball, but is being lined up for a race, and is this one it? So that was the first race. The second race is the 3:50 at Thirsk. I've gone for Millbank at 11 to 2 and Reputation at 17 to 2. Millbank is trained by Judy Camacho. I'll explain more in a minute. And Reputation is trained by Ruth Carr. Millbank is in the same race as Reputation. Millbank is having its first outing for Judy Camacho, who I think is going to have a decent day tomorrow. And it was previously trained by Ruth Carr, which is quite interesting. A Reputation is trained by Ruth Carr, who won this race last year. I just think it's very interesting. And the next race is the 4:55 at 4:55 at Ascot, paying 4 places instead of 3. I've gone for Redemption Time at 12 to 1 and Dusky Lord at 25 to 1. And I've included them also in 15 pence each way trebles. Right, so there's another one of the each way singles which I explained about. You know all about that. Oh, we're going on runner already, crikey. It's only 20 past 8. Right. So this is what we've got. We've got a 30 pence each way Lucky 15 and a 50p each way accumulator. Basically, I've had all of Judy Camacho's horses tomorrow, apart from Shaquille. So let me get into it. So first one's an on-runner, 5 o'clock at Thirsk. So the 3:50 at Thirsk is Millbank, paying 5 places instead of 3. 10 past 4 at Haydock is Lookout Louis at 14 to 1. And finally, Shake a Leg at 13 to 2 in the 5:35 at Thirsk. That race is 8 runners, so we're desperate for there not to be a non-runner. And that's it. We get on to me anti-post football bets then. So as I said, the football bets will be in the description by no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, it's very poor. I may be looking at just probably League 2 and Conference North. Conference. I don't know if there's any Scottish on. I'll have a look anyway. But you could probably be quite more than likely, Stags will be included. So I'm ready for bed. So the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, fingers crossed for the 9 o'clock at Wolverhampton tonight, or Kempton, sorry. The best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.